Hey, what's up, God's people and fellow ambassadors? Yes, it is me, Tyrone, the ambassador, and welcome back to the Ambassadors channel. So, I just want to say, thank you very much for your support, those of you who have subscribed. If you are new to this channel and have not subscribed yet, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe right now. Watch this video all the way to the end, and don't forget to share this video with somebody else, okay? This is about motivating believers to be disciples of Jesus Christ, so that we can grow holistically. So this episode, I'm going to be talking about anger, because there has definitely been a lot of events and things going on in this world from last year up until now that we can definitely get angry about. Some have been very angry about it and still angry about the way certain things has been dealt with, about what's going on currently in their home, with their children, with their spouse, whatever the case may be. The bottom line is that we all get angry at times. And so I just want to provide a small teaching concerning the way we handle our anger from a biblical perspective. So stay tuned. God bless. All right, fellow ambassadors and believers, let's go ahead and jump right on into Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26 to 27. I'm reading from the King James Version because I like the King James Version. I do most of my study from the King James Version, and every now and then I, use another version to jump back and forth to just compare wording, because the wording matters, y'all. The wording matters, and I'm a word kind of guy. I like to study words because they have meaning, and it's good to know the root meaning of a word. So I like the King James Version. But anyway, not to get off topic, let's go ahead and talk about Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26 to 27. And it says, "Be ye angry." That ye can be substituted with the word you, because that's what it means. In another version, it will say, "Be you angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil." Now, interestingly enough, there's only one other place in the Bible where it tells us to be angry, where it says, get angry. You can get angry. It's okay. And that is in Psalms chapter 4 and verse 4. And that is because Paul is actually quoting Psalms chapter 4 and verse 4 in saying, "Be ye angry and sin not." All other place in the Bible that you're going to hear the Bible talk about anger, even Paul himself in some of his other books, you will hear him talk about anger in this kind of way. He will say, "Put anger away from you. Cease from anger," right? Be slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to wrath, meaning be slow to anger or to get angry. And in the book of Psalms, we read and hear Psalms is telling us, right? He's saying to us, even stay away from an angry man. And so when you read Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26 to 27, and then we take a look at all the other scriptures in the Bible, it would almost sound as if it is contradicting itself, but it's not. See, the Bible talks about two different types of anger. You have the righteous indignation, which we can find Jesus displaying this type of anger in the temple when he got upset, flipped over tables, made a quick whip, and beat some men out, chased some men out of the temple because they were misusing the temple. They were basically defiling the temple, using it for something it was not intended for. And if you're using it for something it is not intended for, then the right purpose is not being fulfilled. And so, of course, Jesus got mad, righteous indignation. But in his anger was motivated, should I say, not motivated, but his anger was about executing the righteousness of God. His anger was about the righteousness of God being fulfilled. It's kind of like saying, we see little children or someone getting abused or someone taken for granted or someone helpless or a lot of things on the news right now, and a lot of inequalities and things going on in the world that we can all get mad at, and rightfully so. But we can allow our anger to lead us to do the right thing, to help, to where it's not motivated by evil. And so the other type of anger you will hear the Bible talk about and warn us to stay away from and not partake of is the kind of anger that becomes motivated by evil, where you become so angry that evil find the opportunity to use your anger and inflict emotional harm on others as well as yourself. So in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26 to 27, it's almost like Paul is saying, if you choose to get angry, I prefer that you don't get angry. I prefer that you manage your anger, control your anger. But if you choose, or when you choose to get angry, sin not. Do not sin. And this is why it starts out like that. Be ye angry, but sin not. Because in our anger, we are not too far away from sinning. Even in a righteous anger, if we are not mindful, if you're not careful, your good intention and good deed can lead you into sinning against God and trespassing against your neighbor if we allow that anger to remain and become excessive. Now, anger within itself is not a sin. Let me say that again. Anger within itself is not a sin. We get angry. Christians get angry. People get angry. We read in the Bible again. God got angry at the children of Israel. So anger within itself is not a sin. Again, but however, it is a doorway that can lead us into sinful acts. So the second part of verse 26 in Ephesians chapter 4 tells us how to handle our anger. So it says, let not the sun go down upon your wrath or your anger. In other words, don't let it linger. Don't hold on to it. Because if we hold on to that thing for too long, what we're actually doing now is giving the devil an opportunity to work through that anger. And the devil will use whatever you give him to use against you. So why do we want to help him? So again, it's okay to get angry, but keep in mind, you don't want to stay angry for too long because it gives the devil room. It's like an open invitation for him to come in and work through your problems and work through that anger and lead you to do sinful things and sinful deeds. Now, anger within itself right now, anger within itself is just an emotional reaction. It is an emotional response or emotional reaction. I like to say reaction because response means if you're responding to something, that means you're taking the time to think about it and you're responding the right way, as opposed to a reaction like a knee-jerk reaction. So when you think about it, anger is really an emotional reaction to something that has triggered you in a certain way. And so anger within itself is an emotional reaction. And how do we respond to that reaction? Or how do we respond to the demands of our emotion? Ephesians 4:26 is telling us exactly how. It says, put it away. Don't let it linger for too long, because if we do, we are giving room to the devil. We are giving open invitation for him to come in and work chaos in your marriage, work chaos in your home, cause you to do things that you are going to regret, sometimes immediately or down the road. And so I just wanted to encourage you and myself that the next time that you get angry, be mindful that you don't want to stay in that state for too long. You don't want to allow it to become excessive. So go to God, pray to God, remove that anger. It's up to you. It's up to you, because you have the power over your anger. You have dominion over your anger. That's why Paul can say, let not. Listen to the words that he used in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26 and verse 27. It says, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. And then it also said, give not room to the devil. the kind of language he's using is letting us know that you have dominion over that. And if you choose to believe that you have dominion, exercise that dominion and walk in that dominion by changing the outcome of what anger intended it to be. I hope you enjoy this small teaching concerning anger. I just wanted to share this with you. If you like this topic, go ahead and share it with somebody else. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. Also, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. God bless.